Daniel, would you come here a moment? What do you think this is? Looks like a countdown. Of course it is. I know this one. Magnets.
Chevron 7 is locked.
Inside your unconscious mind.
You'd think there'd be more lights on.
Hey, we may not be the Roof Inn or Motel 6, but we'll leave the lights on for you, Jack. Just step on through the wormhole. Welcome back to another round of the Stargate Files, everybody. Make sure you clock in with your little hit of the like button, share and subscribe this on out there for all other Stargate fans to be able to catch us on the algorithm through YouTube, Rumble, wherever you are watching at. We would greatly appreciate it. We have a stacked crew tonight, and it is awesome to have Isaac back yet once more. Thank you again for coming back around this time.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to be back. Always fun watching you guys on the chat side. I think it's my second time back on. So it's great to be here. And it's good to see everybody in chat too. And it was great to rewatch these episodes, man. So great motivation to do so. And really looking forward to talking about it with you guys. So
awesome. And how's your channel been doing? I believe since the last time you have now since been monetized?
This week.
Or are we close?
This week. This
Yes.
week.
Nice.
Yes. So it's a matter of getting the last stuff filled out and ready to go, but we are there. So I pretty pleased. So it's been a good year. So yeah, pretty
awesome.
happy.
And we have his channel link in our description down below, and we'll be sure to add that into our chat very shortly as well.
Thank you
so
very
please head on over, check out Isaac's channel. Greatly appreciate sending everybody his way. If that floats your boat, he's a little more on the political side, but
oh yeah,
he's a Stargate fan. He's
lots of
always
memes
welcome
too. Lots of memes.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
You had me on your Golden Age podcast, and I'm
Yes.
like, this is one of the
It was great to
best
have you on.
times I've had in a while on a show
Yep.
that had nothing to do with anything geeky.
Yep. Gotta laugh at the craziness, man. You know, gotta have a laugh.
Yeah, if you take it too seriously, you end up just utterly depressed and
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
man.
100%.
And Supreme Commander Thor, how are you doing? And where are you currently at on your Every Stargater frame and order?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm on Spirits. We are just entering, I think, day 3 or 4 of Spirits. I accidentally started it a day late. I put the 31st instead of the 30th, but and then of course I was at work and I couldn't fix it. So
Of course.
and then yeah, so we are on Spirits over on every Stargate frame and order, and my buddy John over on every Stargate Atlantis frame and order is on the Eye.
Ooh.
That's
great
a good
second part.
episode.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's
A little bit
awesome.
better than Spirits, in my opinion.
Well, I just finished watching Enemy Mine. It's season 7. We're all on our own separate trajectories with rewatching the show. We just kind of go back and rewatch specific episodes as we hit them up during the week. And I just watched Enemy Mine, and I know that's a Chaka episode, but it also made me think of like, oh, we're kind of co-opting the Spirits storyline from years ago. It's like,
Yeah.
why don't you just call up Tanane and everybody
Yeah.
and have them show up and start going boom and making
Yeah.
people disappear.
Yeah.
But then you can't get Chaka back. So
That's okay. I think I'd rather see Tanani again rather than Chaka.
yeah. All right, Skeeter. How about you? What you kind of working on back there? Is that a pumpkin?
Don't mind that. Just we're not talking about that one. The other printer, I could tell you, yeah, we're still going, still making a big project, and it's taking some time. This one making me mad right now. So when something goes 75% complete, and then before completing and crashes, so
And then go boom.
bad too. So I gotta figure out. But that thing's got like over 2,000 hours on it. I mean, it's probably due to get a full inspection instead of just, oh yeah, a little oil here and there.
Ay.
Yeah, but yeah, this one is just, I got a table full for coming out of the other printer. I mean, this is going to be close to the size of Atlantis.
Oh, so that's
yeah.
what the other one's working on. Gotcha.
Yeah, the other one's working on. So yeah, it's a lot. I got to double check to make sure I got all the parts made here. I'm almost done printing all the parts, and then I got to double check, make sure I got everything printed correctly so I could start putting it together, and then we could see this monstrosity. It's going to be like Atlantis. I'll probably have to take pictures of it so everyone can see it.
Because like lifting that, what you're printing up is going to be like, this might fall off, this might fall off, and half of that might fall off if I'm not careful.
Yeah, so it's going to be like the size of Atlantis. Like I said, it's pretty big. Just a little smaller. And yeah, it's time to move to the other room here pretty soon too.
You excited to do that?
I think I'll be doing that here in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'll be starting us switch rooms so I can have the bigger rooms. So I can have all the models put up a lot easier than crammed in this little room.
Looks cool though.
Yeah.
But I can see how it's starting to like.
To give you an idea of
fill up.
the width of this room is the size, just a little bigger than a king size bed. That's how wide this room is. So it's not really wide, and it's not that far back either. It'd be like if I put 2 king size beds in here. Yep, this room's full. With about this much walking space between.
Yeah.
It'd be hell of a bedroom with 2 king size beds in it like that.
Yeah. The only reason I know that is because when we had our bed brought up, we put the box spring in here and I could measure it out. And I was like,
oh.
Okay.
Dang.
So I'm loving the comments. This comments are making me feel good. I see a lot of Contrayas.
Awesome.
Lots and lots of Contrayas. We got the Hail Gent. Oh, hey, look at that.
Yo, Nerd Slap. Hey, that's a pretty base dude he's got in his profile pic there, Nerd Slap.
He's all right.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, we got a lot of good Contrayas out there. Don't forget, you can always put the Contraya emoji on there too. So we got a couple of them.
Indeed. So, yeah.
Walter's
if you're
right there.
a member of the channel, you do have access to our emojis. We might have a little refresh on those coming up. So if you got any comments or requests, please throw it in the chat or in the comment section down below. If you're watching on the replay, we'll see what we can work out for you.
Jonas's banana offering.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, I should finish editing that interview this weekend, and so we'll have that posted next week. I'm pretty confident in that happening. So yes, we have an interview with Corn Nemec that will be dropping next week. we'll have that scheduled sometime over the weekend for during next week.
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta say too, that guy has got to have the coolest name of any actor
Wow.
ever. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got the most sci-fi sounding name as an actor. It just fits, you know.
It
And
really
he's
does.
the nicest guy to talk to too. Like
Oh yeah.
That's
so relaxed, so chilled, and
so many
So
actors
humble.
are so many
Mhm.
actors are not like that. Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell when they're
Yeah.
faking it or when it's no,
Mhm.
that's sincere. Makes them a
Yeah.
little on the aloof side at times, but that's
Yes.
totally
Mhm.
cool.
Mhm.
I'd rather that than people faking that shit. So,
Yeah.
pardon my language, everybody. We try and keep it a little nerd.
Never happened in Nerd Slab. Well done or not at all, fight me. So
Oh, I think we got bad connection with Isaac here.
yes. Yep.
Ooh.
Whoop, whoop. If he drops all of a sudden, we know
Uh-oh.
what's going on.
My
Yeah.
internet's spotty. Sorry. Yeah.
Sending replicators to Isaac.
Yeah.
Teach him how to cook a steak.
It's a hotly contested issue. So that's why we tend to gloss over that a little bit. So
Everybody likes their steaks a different way. I'm a medium rare guy myself, but whatever.
I
yeah.
like him.
If it's
blue.
too overdone, it's like rubber. Like forget it. But we were just talking about some 3D printing stuff.
Yeah, the Ori will barbecue it good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all nice and toasty.
The Ori will make sure it's well done.
Super
I
well
gotta hit
done.
him up then.
Hello, the all right.
Mhm.
And so our the Asgard, my 3D printing job is completed.
Ooh. Look at that
Ooh.
Thor's hammer. Let's
Thor's
Yeah.
hammer.
Is that the one that
Hey.
he just released?
Yep.
Or did he? Yeah, nice.
Oh, Martin. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I just saw that.
Which
yeah.
I was going to share right here really quick too.
Yeah. I gotta add that in.
You need like a whole row of them in the back. I am.
To protect yourself.
So yeah, Martin
I really-
on Twitter posted this the other day, and
Oh, that's cool.
he did it. He paints his. He prints them all off one color.
Mhm.
But this was so dope. And I'm like, you know what? I downloaded the print right away, and I got it going, and I assembled this almost the same night.
Nice.
Although I went
Mhm.
full black, I wanted it to look like brand new before, like when it was first installed.
Yeah.
I could rough it up or whatever, but
Yeah,
He
they
does,
got that
like-
little bit of spatter paint you can do. Makes it look like that too.
yeah.
yeah, I thought about doing it that way, and I'm like, nah, I like it. I like it like this, but
Put it back.
pretty easy print. Didn't take too long. Highly recommend it. So if you have 3D printing stuff, since one of our other former co-hosts isn't 3D printing anything right now,
Yeah.
what the hell, bro?
Yeah.
Dig it out of the garage. Let's get it going again. Just saying,
Mhm.
ABF. Just saying.
Yep.
But no, highly recommend this if you're into 3D printing. It is available on Maker World and some of the other sites where Gate Builder basically posts his stuff for
Mhm.
free. Not everything, but this is a fun one. I highly recommend this. And this was super easy to put together. Not really an issue. So
It's just aesthetically very cool looking too. Just something, it's a cool question piece. You put it on a desk. You know,
Yeah.
even I could see a non-Stargate fan could appreciate that. You know,
oh yeah. And if you really wanted to, you could put a little felt on the bottom. So I
Yep.
mean it's just plastic. You could
yep.
make it non-slip. You could add some little weight to it. You could decorate it. It's supposed to go with like the Malp and some of the other
Yeah.
products that he's put out, like
Ooh,
what
that's cool.
Skeeter showing.
Yep. I got my Melp in the Stargate back here.
There you go.
And Skeeter, this did not take long. Like
I
it was
could
like an
tell,
hour and a
but-
half, I think.
Yeah. I was gonna say I just added it to the list. So I did not realize that came out, but now it's on there.
There you.
And how
I
cool would
wasn't
it be
sure
if
if
they
you
made
had found it.
a remote controlled Malp. That'd be pretty cool. Someone
How about
Ooh.
a remote control that uses the car to control the remote control driver?
Oh God, not this stuff again.
My
I
wife
don't
said if
know.
I build that, I'm in trouble because that is
Yeah.
waste.
yeah.
Stupidest thing ever. I'm like, that thing's cool. My oldest kid who 3D prints, he goes, I gotta make that. I'm like, yeah, do that because I can't.
Yeah. No reason not to.
Mm-hmm.
And not much going on Stargate news wise, but if you are thinking about the Stargate cruise next January, they did announce 3 more guests
Yep.
from the Stargate Atlantis. And I know Isaac, you and Nerd Slap are, and a few others, ABF included, are watching Firefly. Jewel State is joining the crew as well. So Joe Flanagan, Higginson, Tori Higginson, like, there we go. We're getting a bunch of the original OG casts from SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis. No word on Christopher Judge, but he's one of those names. He might be a bit busy, to be honest, to be able to make doing a week-long cruise. So I don't see that happening, even if he wanted to. So he got bills to pay, yo. But it's shaping up to be a fun cruise. And if you're looking at getting into that, just look up Gate Cruise or go to Gate World, check it out. It is a little bit on the pricey side, but it is basically all inclusive for your port fees. You are fed for free on the cruise. The only thing that you will still have to pay for are probably the excursions that take place on the islands that are going to be with some of the cast. There's a whole lot more information yet to come, but shaping up to be a good fun. They have about 8 guests in total so far, including Richard Dean Anderson, Amanda Tapping, Michael Shanks, and a couple others. So depending on how well the booking goes, they're going to add a few more guests. They have a couple others in mind, but they want to see the rooms getting filled up a little more before they can commit to additional guests.
Sounds like an awesome time.
Oh yeah, it will be.
And if it's successful, they might do it another year. But if it's not, this might be a one and done deal. So if you're interested and you want a nice little trip, there will be plenty of time to go off and do your own thing. Even if you sign up for the Gate Cruise and you want to spend a day on the island, no worries. You don't even have to do the excursions. They won't be doing any events while at the islands. So when you're in Puerto Rico, Nassau, the Virgin Islands, you can go off, you could go do whatever the hell you want, or you can enjoy the ship a lot more quieter than it usually would be, because most people, they do get off. Just, you got to pay attention to when you need to be back on the ship by, say, 5 o'clock. Get back on the ship before 4:30, because it's a long line at that point.
And some of us can't be in the sunlight, so we'll be on the ship mostly.
Captain Vampire.
I too share Anglo and Nordic blood, so I know what how you feel. Yes,
I do got ginger in me, but that's from my Irish Scottish heritage. And German and Bohemian.
It's a gem.
All the white people.
Solid 5 minutes in the sun, and I'm turning red. So
and part Jewish. So
got everything.
Good bloody mix there, eh?
Yeah, I got it.
And I can't do accents. That's more Australian than anything. So
I always say I'm a box of assorted crackers. So that's.
I just say I'm a mutt.
Exactly right. Yep.
Well, that's as good a time as any to get on into Prometheus, everybody, where a news reporter threatens to expose a top secret military project, but when Carter and Jonas give her a tour of the X-303, the Prometheus, they discover that she is a pawn in a much larger plot. And oh my God, guess who's back? John delancey rejoins for his last and final true death appearance in Stargate SG-1. Is promptly airlocked out. And this is a bit of a fun one, but Skeeter, let's start with you. What are some of your favorite moments of Prometheus?
I call this is the episode about what's happening with the disclosure right now. So when aliens.gov finally goes live, they're just going to say, here's episode 1, Stargate, SG-1.
This is Stargate Command. This is our logo.
Start with the movie where they found the gate in Egypt.
So, but like right away, Sam getting cornered by Julia Donovan, played by Kendall Cross. She's been in Virgin River, The 100, Allegiance, Another Life, The Flash, Prego Land.
Another Life is terrible. Everybody, do not watch that show.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I was hoping it'd be good, but it was horrible.
It's Katie
Then-
Sackhoff, man. Like, God.
Bad too. Elysium, Andromeda, Smallville, First Wave,
Yep.
and a whole bunch of Hallmark mystery shows and movies.
Ooh.
Not just the Christmas ones. She does the mystery ones. So interesting. We get her on Stargate for a total of 4 episodes.
She's good.
Yeah, we also meet Smith, who's her camera guy there. Ian Tracy plays plays Smith. He's been in School Spirits, Dream Speaker, Project Blue Book, Bates Motel, which I remember him in both of those shows.
Yep.
I remember him in Supernatural. He was in Continuum.
I was going to say Supernatural.
Yep. The 100. He was in Man of Steel, Sanctuary, Intelligence, the 4400. Elektra, which I remember seeing him in that bad movie too. Taken, First Wave, Poltergeist, The Legacy, The X-Files, and he played Huckleberry Finn in the TV show Huckleberry Finn and His Friends. But did you know he was in Free Willy 3,
Really?
The Rescue?
Really?
Third one, The Rescue.
Wow.
The one that wasn't that great.
Never knew there was even a third one, actually. So,
I knew there was
That's why.
two. I
'cause
didn't
it
know there was a
not
third
that
one either.
good.
yeah.
But he has the most recognizable face, mainly the gap in his teeth. Everyone, you see him, oh, yeah, that's Ian. Yep. So, yeah, he's a great actor. He plays a lot of different roles. Also, Davis is back. I think he slept with the reporter to try to shut her up, but plus, they send Davis in to scare her. He's the least scariest
I
military
know.
figure out
He's the
there.
biggest
really.
pushover.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's like, shut up, or else what? Okay, I'll go now. Then we meet
Yep.
Al Martell, played by George Weiner.
Slimy producer guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
but we all know Al from one movie, particularly Spaceballs.
Yep.
So I mean,
This is one of the better uses of a guest star from another
Yeah.
science fiction property of any sort.
Mhm.
This was inspired, man.
I love him in Spaceballs, but he is in so many other shows. Like, not main character in a lot of them, but mainly just 1-2 episodes, and that's it. And he's on to another show doing a guest star. But just name a few that he's been on a little bit more, besides Spaceballs. And I hope to bring him back for Spaceballs 2, the search
That'd
for
be
more
cool.
money.
I think they did.
I think
Oh,
so
man.
too.
I can't believe they're
Um,
making that movie.
Well, they finished filming it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's been in A Serious Man, not another teen movie. Fletch Lives. He was on Shameless, Days of Our Lives for a while. Retired at 35 is the name of the movie. American Pie 2. And like I said, he's the king of 1 to 3 episodes on so many. If you look up his IMDb, it's just scrolls.
Yeah.
Scrolls and scrolls and scrolls. I couldn't even get to the end of it. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm just going to say this is it. But there was one major title that it was his first title role. He was on The Odd Couple back in 71, the TV show, The Odd Couple.
Really?
Yeah. He was, 71. So he was kind of young, but he was on that. So we see everybody hop into the elevator, going down hundreds of feet. But yeah, they left the film crew outside, which I thought was funny, which you saw only 2 people on the film crew that got out of the vehicle. And then we got the first look at the X-303, which is unbelievable. I have to print that version out yet of the Prometheus.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the Hammond hanging up here, but which is X303 too. But then yeah, all of a sudden we see there's 4 crew members. You know, normally the 2 is just the camera guy and the sound guy, but this time they have 4 people with them. Which I'm surprised they allowed to bring all those people for just giving them a peek at what they have, just to have something to hold on to. But yeah, we got starting from the right to the left, we have Sanderson, played by Jason Gaffney. He's been in Catch and Release, Alive, Blue Boy, and the Girl in Pink. He was on Jeremiah, Big Black Mamba, Sliders, The X-Files, and an animated show called Exo Squad. Next, he's got his head turned away from us. That was the only before, or I didn't realize I could get a better picture later. We got Reynolds, played by Kyle Cassie. He's been in Deadpool, Lost Boys, The Tribe, Death Do Us Part, True Justice, Andromeda, Children of the Corn, Revelation, and then he quit acting to become a director. So now he's behind the camera, and he's done 2 films so far. One called Level Up, and the other one SX-70 Spider. So I have to check out some more about that information. Then we see Smith again looking up the ceiling. And then behind him, we got Jones, played by Enid Ray Adams. She's been in Holiday Road, Hospital Show, You, Me, Her, Good Boys, which I recognized her as the mom after rewatching this. I'm like, the mom of one of the boys. I'm like, oh, yeah. Life XP, Fast Lane, Supernatural, Arrow, Lucifer. She was on Jeremiah and a ton of other Hallmark movies and TV shows. So a lot of new people in this episode and the next episode too. Then we had the 2 guards from left to right. Is SF Sergeant Finney, played by Colby Johansson. He's been in For Your Security, Freddy vs. Jason, Reaper, Kilts, Fringe, Ogre, Battlestar Galactica, and we'll see him back in Atlantis when we get to that as Lieutenant Kagan in season 3, episode 9, Phantoms. So we'll see him back when he's unzapped there. Then behind him we have on the right SF Sergeant Gibson, played by Todd Han. He's been in Anthrax, Alien Agenda, Project Grey, The Beehive, Hell Hath No Fury, The Watcher, and also comes back in Stargate Atlantis as Bravo leader in season 2, episode 8, Conversion. So some more people bouncing between one series to the other. I didn't get a picture of it, but we all know the scene. Sam's locked in the room. She goes full MacGyver on trying to get a radio to work. Which is kind of funny. We're seeing Simmons back going head to head with Davis in the back of that van.
That was a good scene.
That was really good scene.
Which I have to say, I felt it was a little convenient there being a plasma torch in the particular room.
Well, there's a bunch of other tools and tools
in that. So.
That's very true.
I totally agree. But come on, I thought she was actually going to use some of the other tools that she was finding.
That's kind of what I thought too initially. Yeah.
At the same time, you think about it, you're building a spaceship, and they need to seal stuff up and cut. You're going to have plasma cut everywhere.
That's true.
That's why I thought at first too, and I thought about it. I'm like, nah, yeah, that makes sense. I have it there.
Yeah,
or
solid steel structure, solid metal structure. Yeah, you're going to have. Yeah.
We also see Adrian is back. Then when we see the X-303 rising up out of the ground, I love those that there's 3 soldiers just standing there watching it rise up. Like, oh crap, that's huge. So, then we got the Prometheus flying away. There it
Amazing
is in
shot.
low orbit.
Yeah, that's great.
I love this episode. Next episode, it's got some beautiful space scenes.
Before you continue on, we do have a question in the chat.
Oh, can I
You ask me if you all hated the look of the Prometheus when you saw it? The Daedalus class are such a better design.
Yeah, I kind of. This one's kind of an odd shape, especially if you look at it from the side. Yeah, it doesn't look. It looks something.
Looks like a staircase.
Yeah, it's kind
Or
of
shoehorn.
up.
Well, it looks like it has a beak almost a little bit in the front.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you look at it from the side, it doesn't look like.
I do like it though.
flat.
I do like it.
But
Just
like,
it's different.
there I got like the Daedalus class, like up here, which you can see the difference between the hangar bays and that too.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a lot different than the hangar bays that's on here. So,
I don't hate it, but I do like the Daedalus class better.
Yeah.
I'm glad they did change it.
Yeah, because this kind of looks like
it's a good first attempt.
Yeah, first attempt. Like some
my favorite.
drew it.
My favorite part about it is not even visually. It's the sound of the engine. They nailed the sound effects on it. I love it.
Yeah, I know. I got that too. I talk about that in the next episode of
Nice.
what the sound is. So, we see it here in low orbit. And then the best part of this whole episode, my favorite scene, bye-bye Simmons. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Ejected out. And then, it's like they disappear in hyperdrive and it's SG-1 lost in space.
That would have
I
been
was
funny
gonna
for a
make-
couple of episodes.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
heck? Where are
Well,
we?
they've had every time they get lost, all of a sudden it's like by miracle. This is the way we gotta go. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Because they did it with the Apophis when they were both lost, and then the replicators
yep.
came in. So, which we never found out where that galaxy is, by the way. And then finally, when Thor shows up and
Saves the day. Thank you.
saves
Thank
the
you.
day, sorta, but you're kind of like, I'm here because I know you're here, but I need you to come with me now and risk your lives. But like I said, Thor shows up, forms a team that they're needed again to save the Asgard from the replicators again, and use the brand new ship again. I mean, let's just destroy ships here, just like they did with O'Neill. But that's what I had for favorite scenes and our new people on the show.
How about you, Isaac? You got any favorite parts, moments, scenes out of Prometheus?
I'd say definitely this was one of Carter's best episodes, in my opinion. She really had a lot of times to shine, not just with the action, but like you said, the MacGyver moments. I really enjoyed that. I always like seeing a character have the opportunity to get out of a jam and actually use, intellect and creative ways to get through things, especially with this, kind of alien technology, the way to get around things. And there's just a lot of cool moments like that. It had a bit of mystery box elements. You're not exactly sure where it's going to go. The first time I saw this episode, I did not expect this ending whatsoever, where we're leading into the next episode. And I have to say, looking back, it's actually really well written, the way it flows. And I just a lot of really enjoyable parts here.
And Supreme Commander Thor.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy this episode. It's a very good first a two-parter. I like the fact that they wrap up a couple stories. They get rid of Adrian Conrad. They get rid of Colonel Simmons. Both those guys have run their course in the show, and they get proper send-offs. Of course, the Gould betrays Simmons and tries to kill him. It's
Didn't see that one coming.
oh, it's so typical, you evil megalomaniac.
I like how he
It's
killed like half the bad guys too.
yeah, it's like, oh man. And yeah, so they both are offed on this episode. Jonas gets stuff to do when he's trying to sabotage the ship to prevent it from being able to go into hyperspace. And I got distracted by Rick. No.
Just saying hi to Rick.
Damn it, Rick.
Yeah, hi Rick.
One of the regulars.
And yeah, and I really enjoy Richard Dean Anderson's real anger when he comes out of that SUV. He did not like the way this episode was written. That was genuine. He did not like the way that the X-303 got kidnapped. Basically
I have the note from
hijacked.
Gate World here. So
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I had it on
I'll leave that to you. So
I'll leave that for you too. I had it on fun facts for later, but
yeah.
I'll let Jeff have it.
But yeah, so this was a long-running NID plot, apparently, to do this, because obviously the X-303 has been in construction for some time. They didn't get that far in only a year. So Colonel Simmons has had his eye on it. And they were heading to a planet, which will come up a little later as well, with when Mayborn makes his seasonally appearance. Where
I was going to ask that when
to...
we get to that episode anyway. Like, so do you think this is the planet that they were all talking about? And I think it's pretty clear, but they don't exactly line up. But it seems like this is it.
Yeah, because they didn't have the full translation, not like Mayborn did.
Right.
They thought it led to a planet full of weapons and stuff, but it was actually a sanctuary that the Furlings had created at one point.
Yep, the Furling Utopia.
Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, I show up at the end and save the day. The Asgard monitor the hyperspace lanes around Earth, and hey, look at this. They now have a ship capable of hyperspace.
That was so funny. Good timing.
Let's go get it, because I have a mission for you. Hi, SG-1. Do you like replicators?
We know we do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, all around good episode. This is one I never ever skip on a rewatch. I watch it through every single time. It's great.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've rewatched this one myself, and just I already watched it like a few weeks ago, and rewatching it again, I'm like, wow, this is really good. Joseph and Paul did a great banger job on the script, and we'll go over that in the bad part, but I also think it's a strength where, you know, Richard Dean Anderson gave him a bunch of notes, and we'll get over that soon, but like the fact that they addressed some of that and actually used it for a scene is actually pretty hilarious. But I love John Delancey, seeing him in here and working with Richard Dean Anderson again. They had worked on a TV show called Legend on UPN the year before Stargate SG-1 was a thing. So right after Legend, yeah, hey, it worked out. So we got Stargate SG-1 with him, and quite frankly, I liked getting rid of Adrian Conrad, to be fair. Yes. I really didn't like his character lingering around in the show much longer anyway. And like, great special effects. I mean, even for the time with the CGI, this was really good for Sci-Fi Channel. The only other show at this time that had quality special effects was Farscape.
Yep.
And this is all like CGI. They weren't using models at this point, which is too bad, but I understand that they had to keep things moving along. Rainmaker Digital was a great studio back then, but the pacing is excellent. Like, this one rolls It like moves for 42 minutes. Once it hits that to be continued, you're like, wait, it's over.
Yeah.
Yet at the same time, it feels like we're skipping things just to get to the end, but it really doesn't feel that way because it just feels like it happens so fast. But we get so much information and so much plot driven that we're paying attention to all these other characters and Sam running through this ship and Jack on the ground with teal'c figuring out how the hell do we get up there and help them. And Jonas has something to do in this. Everybody's got a great role. And one other thing I really like about this episode are the shots. Like there's a reason I snapped this picture. We don't always get a visual like this in the show. And when we do, it's like, ooh, camera working 101 and doing some framing. You still hear what they're talking about, but this is some great visual stuff. And director on this one is Peter Wost, I want to say. I think that's German. If not, I'm sorry. But there's some great visuals in here. Great framing. Like we get the angles here. And, and Sam in her more dress outfit. I'm like, where'd she just come from? Like some sort of ceremony or something? Or
maybe.
And then just scrolling through here. I love
the media outfit.
Yeah. I love the bad guys, and then shooting him was even better. Yeah. It's like, ooh, nice. We got our own plans. And
been funnier if they shot him and he said, "This is ludicrous."
Oh, that would have been funny.
I gotta say too, with the Gould eyes, I feel like they stepped up the CGI a little bit.
Yeah.
Than previous episodes. It looked much sharper, a little bit better definition. Yeah.
Yeah. The pupils don't get covered up by the glow.
Yep.
Or the iris.
I noticed
more before they did. This one, it was the pupils and the iris stayed dark or whatever the eye color is, and only the outsides did.
Comparing it to like
nice.
Earlier seasons, big difference.
Oh God, yeah. That and the fact that John Delancey could emote very well with his face allowed for the eyes to open up so they could do an accent like that. And they're probably already figuring, you know what, we're already spending a lot of money on this episode. If you see anything that needs a touch up CGI, guys, just take care of it. So that's some pretty good stuff. And I really enjoy the hell out of this one. And I like how it just casually floats into the next episode as it to be continued and just kicks off the next like storyline with the replicators. It's like, you don't really feel like that's happening until you're at the end of the episode. Like, oh, wait. Okay, we're stuck out here. Asgard just saved us. Oh, we're going right into the next mission. Oh, great. This is not good. So great use of using a two-parter without telling one single story all the way through 2 episodes. This was a nice touch when I first saw it and when it first aired, because I remember this, and a lot of people really liked this episode back then. And so I can't say enough good things about it. Great cast. But let's talk about some favorite lines. Supreme Commander Thor, I'm sure you got a couple.
I do have a few. Clip 1, bad idea.
Well, I took yours out. I'm just going to replay mine.
You bet.
This is an insanely bad idea.
Yeah.
Your volume is really high on that one. That's the only reason why.
Okay. And clip 2 is what the hell happened?
What the hell happened? Approximately 0900 this morning, the X-303 was put into lockdown mode. At 0920, we received a communication from someone inside the ship informing us that they had destabilized the hyperdrive. They're threatening to blow it.
I don't believe it. I do not believe this.
We're getting energy readings that confirm an overload building in the ship's generator.
This is supposedly the most secure facility on the face of the planet.
And we could probably do that tidbit real quick right now, too.
You bet.
Because production notes from Gateworld. So if you want to read this yourself, it's right there. This is from Joseph Malozzi on his blog. Richard Dean Anderson was an executive producer on the show and liked to read and provide notes on all scripts. I remember getting a script back from him once and Paul being delighted by how much Rick obviously liked it. Look at all the check marks, he pointed out. Check marks are bad, Rob informed him. Oh, Well, let's just say this script got a lot of check marks. Rick greatly objected to the basic premise that a group could actually steal an Earth ship. As a result, and to spare his character any potential blame, the script was rewritten so that O'Neill wasn't anywhere near the Prometheus when it was taken. So passionate was his opinion in that scene in which he dresses someone down for allowing the ship to get grabbed. I swore he was actually channeling himself. And that is perfect because usually in a situation like that, he'd be like, I'll be there to watch these idiots. And they never would have allowed him to take off. He would have started shooting fools. So.
Well, even Davis looks like he's about to cry. He's like, I'm sorry.
So that's the story, everybody.
And clip 3 is I'm a big fan.
You're certain the Stargate's been enacted?
Yes, sir.
What in God's name has happened?
Right.
Wrong one.
Captain Donovan, I just had to come down here and say hello. I'm a big fan of your work.
Terrific.
And you, sir, you must be Jonas Quinn, our new alien friend.
You're an alien too?
There's a few of us around.
All right. Isaac, did you have any favorite lines out of this one at all?
Yeah, I had no particular favorite lines. I wrote down some for the next episode. I didn't write down any for this episode. I did know that Jonas did have some snarky moments here or there, but yeah, I didn't particularly have anything super quotable from this episode. It was definitely for me, it was a very visual episode. A lot of spectacle to look at for sure. So yeah, not for this episode. For the next, I do have one though. So
cool. All right, Skeeter, how about you?
Yeah, I got you.
You're still on gold, voice.
Oh my gosh, that shouldn't be it.
I turned that off. There. Now,
there you go.
There we go. Yeah.
Sorry, my eyes flashed off.
I should have done the line from O'Neill from the other season. Like, can you turn that off, please?
But yeah, there. We got Al at the beginning. He's like, I guess a couple $1 billion doesn't buy what it used to. And Jonas, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
And then Sam walking through the ship, explaining everything about it and how technology came along. And she says, Fairbanks, Alaska. And Jonas is like, Fairbanks? Sam says, better than Roswell.
That's right.
Julia, Al, why are you doing this? Al, they're paying me. Julia says, we're supposed to be friends. Al's like, they're paying me a lot.
Yeah.
Then teal'c, when he arrives, Adrian Conrad has arrived. Jack, did he say anything to you? teal'c, he was uncharacteristically silent for a Gould. Which is really weird if he's being quiet.
Usually arrogant and yappy.
Yep. And it kept yelling at teal'c. So Julia. So that guy with the weird voice, he was an alien, wasn't he? You might as well tell me. We're probably not going to survive this anyway, Jonas. Well, we've been in tighter spots. Yeah. Adrian says, I'm working on it. The design is incredibly crude. Oh, wait a minute. I'm doing this totally wrong.
Yeah.
There.
I'm working on it. The design is incredibly crude. It amazes me that your race, as backwards as yours, could even think of attempting interstellar travel.
And then we have Simmons saying, oh, now my screen moved. Spare me the supervillain riff. We're on the clock here.
Yeah.
Then teal'c says, this is after Adrian got shot and they run into the deck of the ship. The teal'c says, this one's injured but alive. Jack, looks at Adrian. Toast. Sam says, sir, based on the amount of time we spent in hyperspace, I'd estimate we're at least 1,200 light years from Earth. Jack says, how does that help us? Sam's like, it doesn't. And then Jack at the end, looking at Thor. Thor, buddy, nice timing. That's
as voiced by Michael Shanks still.
Yeah, still voiced by Michael Shanks. Yep. And that's what I had for lines. Yep.
All I had was, this is an incredibly bad idea from O'Neill at the beginning of the episode. Because he's proven right yet again.
Yeah.
Like, my God. At some point, is anybody really gonna listen to him? Because every time he says if he's saying something's a bad idea, maybe you might ought to listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
But then I guess we can get into some of the things maybe we did not like about this one.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Skeeter, you got anything about this one?
Oh yeah. Just one. Just one, really. I mean, there's some small nitpicks I'll let go, not caring. But one big part. The ship's taking off, going out of Earth's atmosphere, right? Sam's trying to fight her way to the ladder door, the door for the ladder to go up.
She's doing the Die Hard stuff, I know.
Yeah. As she's trying to get to that ladder, she's to get to level 8. She is fighting that wind and the force of the ship going, right? She grabs that door handle and the door just easily swings open towards the wind, like into the wind or opposite, just like, yep, slowly opens opposite or in the same direction she's trying to go. It just easily swings open. No. That's like
when it casually, when it closed, it just easily latched, no problem without it being having to slam it.
Yeah. Have you ever tried opening your car door at 80 miles per hour?
It's not happening. No.
No. So no way that door just easily swung open and closed. They said that she'd run out of air in there because of it wasn't finished.
Right.
So that means air was getting sucked out or blowing. And if she was fighting towards that way, that door went to easily swung open and easily closed. No. That's what I did not like about this episode. That's all.
All right. Isaac, you got anything about Prometheus that didn't work for you at all? Even if it's a nitpick?
One nitpick for an overall gem of an episode. Really do adore this episode, but probably the lack of vetting and the lack of security for the film crew. I feel like that was an oversight, and that's one thing that does pick away at me a little bit with this. Other than that, really nothing to criticize with this episode. It's a gem of an episode, but that one thing, I feel like you would have had to practically interrogate those guys before letting them in to look at this or film this,
Yeah, even Major Davis's excuse on that was, oh, well, we did do a background check. They've all been working there for a year, and one of them is a decorated vet. The second I hear decorated vet, I'd be absolutely sure the allegiance on that, because NID have used vets before for some of their missions. Like, come on, what are we doing here?
I can't believe they didn't have a squadron of armed guards escorting them the whole way through.
Yeah, there should have been a lot more security on the ship.
One for each of them minimum.
Yeah.
Staff sergeants.
Yes.
Too.
Yeah. So I think through the rewriting, if they had the time to maybe do another sweep through the script, they might have been able to fix that, but they were probably crunched for time, and they had to try and figure out how do we navigate Richard and his notes and try and still make this all work. So I ain't gonna pin him down too much on that one, but I completely agree with that.
Fully agree. That's why it's a nitpick, not even, I wouldn't even call it a flaw, just a nitpick. But it doesn't even detract from the episode. It's still a gem of an episode.
Well, and it gives you the great dress down from Jack in the episode. It's like having him yell at Davis is like, that's actually appropriate. That's what would happen in that situation.
This was
what
Davis's. Yeah, this was Davis's plan. So
Completely appropriate reaction to that. Yes.
Thor, how about you? I know you showed up at the very end of the episode to save the day and rescue everybody, but did you have a nitpick when you looked back upon this episode?
my nitpick is mainly Isaac's nitpick is the vetting of the crew and how easily the ship was actually taken. I think, yeah, you got something that you spent probably billions of dollars on to get built. You are definitely investing in more than 2 guards.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Carter can handle herself, but Jonas would be just what he did in this is like, oh, I can lock down the computer and I can maybe do a little fighting, but that's kind of all his character really could do.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. But at least he was smart enough to throw it into some sort of what was that, the testing lockdown?
Yeah.
Or system diagnostic. That was all right. But it's like Carter could have done that too from any terminal. I'd say my only other kind of nitpick is some of the scale on the CGI. When they first show the Prometheus in the hangar, I'm like,
yeah,
that looks kind of weird and small by comparison to where like the cast was standing looking out upon it. It's like, how big is this freaking ship? Oh yeah, 700 meters. And then this is like, okay, this is all right. But then you get out to Earth orbit and it's a little bit still of like, okay, judging from the perspective, should this be bigger or smaller than it really is? Like, granted, this is the first time we're seeing this ship. We don't really know. I think the stuff in the hangar specifically is where I'm like, how big is this thing? This doesn't look quite right. And I tried to snap a picture of it. It happens so freaking quick.
Yeah, it moves. It's a moving shot too. So.
Yeah, it's a moving shot. So I'm like, you know what? It's all right. I just wanted to bring it up. But otherwise, I don't really have much other nitpicks. And getting into a score out of 7 chevrons, I'd probably give this a 6 out of 7 chevrons, I'd say. I'm not going to call it perfect. I do have that nitpick does kind of get to me just a little bit too much on rewatches, but I like the story a lot. And, you know, I know John Delancey's character Simmons is killed off here in great epic way. I kind of liked him on the show, though, to be honest with you. I wouldn't have minded him being around for like one more episode after this, but he got a great kill. It's all good. I'm okay with that. So 6 out of 7 chevrons, very enjoyable for a part 1. Skeeter.
I'm same thing. The storyline's great. Yeah, little nitpicks here and there. The door, Aaron with if the wind's sucking her, trying to suck her out of it, and the door has airflow sucking. The door shouldn't have opened at all. That's my biggest complaint. So that dropped it down to. Otherwise, I'd say it's 6.5, but no. 6 out of 7 for me.
Okay. How about you, Isaac? And you can stick to whatever scoring system, but we updated since the last time you were on to a 7 chevron system.
Yeah.
I was going into it with a 9 out of 10, definitely. I really think that it's a great episode, so that would be like a 6.5 out of 7 chevrons. I'm comfortable with that because this is a highlight episode for me. I really enjoy it. I could easily see myself just going back just to watch this episode, not even in a fluid rewatch. Just
best of season 6 episodes. This is easily one of them.
Easily probably top 3 for me personally out of the season. So yeah, highly rated from me. Yeah, I think 6.5 out of 7.
Right on. Supreme Commander Thor.
I'm going with a 6 as well. It's a great episode. Don't skip it, but it does have its nitpicks that I just can't quite overlook to rate it any higher. But definitely a great time had by all, especially when I show up at the end and save the day.
So funny. Oh my god. Let's see.
That's true. That's true, Rick. There was no Walter in this one either.
True.
So
we make up for that in the next one, though.
Yeah.
So let's see. Fan rating on Gate World is a 7.26 out of 10. So it's decent. Darren gave it 2.5 stars out of 4.
Ooh.
I don't think he liked this one as much, which is fine.
Yep.
At least it's better than 50%.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
he's probably got way more nitpicks than we did.
Well, the way he explains how he scores them too in the last week when we had him, it kind of sounds like, yeah, I liked the episode, but it didn't get me good. It's a great episode, but not that great. So he always hits that mid section, he says.
And also with Darren, it's like, when's the last time he watched it and how he felt at that time? Because he does update them from time to time. So this could be a score now. If he rewatches this next year, he might bump it or drop it even lower. Who knows? I mean, we all change our scores and opinions on episodes. I've changed my opinion on some episodes throughout the years for better and worse. So, well, once we hit season 7, there's an episode or two where I'm like, I don't think I like this as much as I used to. But we'll get to that when we cross that bridge. So let's get on over to. Come on, Tab. Cycle up here. You're establishing a database connection. What the hell is that?
Really? Oh. Well, we see it on the screen, the Thor with the words on it. So
Unnatural Selections on the screen.
I'm looking for the synopsis on Gate World here.
That's what I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his site went down last Thursday.
I think it's down again.
Yeah, he had to fix it. Some extra heavy traffic. Maybe the announcement of the extra people.
Yeah.
Just crashed because we just told them about the cruise and the update, and everybody went there.
Yeah.
Oh no, I could get on Gate World.
Oh. Yeah, I'm getting error establishing a database connection.
What the heck's all?
Anyways, I did find a synopsis, so we can just keep it going here. Unnatural Selection. The Asgard call for help from SG-1 to repel an invasion of replicators from their home planet. They explain to O'Neill that their ship is essential to reach a machine powerful enough to neutralize the invaders.
Dumb enough.
This is why I like Gate World. So this really isn't how it goes. What really is happening here is while they're helping out SG-1 and a debilitated Prometheus at this point, they don't know where they are or how to get back home. Thor shows up. He's like, okay, I can help you, but I need you to help me too. We're having a really bad problem with the replicators. We thought we had them set in a time dilation trap where we could slow down time for the replicators to a very minimal 1 day. To them would be 100 years for us. Yada, yada, yada. Sort of like we're going to trap them in time. So we have about 10,000 years to figure out how to fix their problem, because they used a callback to Reese from a previous episode where we figured out the origin of the galaxy, Milky Way galaxy replicators. And they used her as the code to all of you, please come here. And that's what they did. And it did not work out as intended. The trap did not fall as well as it could have, and it has now been reversed. Things are speeding up. We need SG-1 to come in and please, can you do something about this? Because we don't know what's going on down there, and we need your help. This is totally a Galaxy Quest situation. We need your help.
Come help us, please.
We need your technologically unadvanced ship to help us.
And I mean, what are they going to say to him? No, after all the time he's bailed them out. I mean,
that's basically how the conversation goes too. So,
I mean, Thor said it without saying it. He's like, "You owe me," and you know it too. So,
Yep, and we help you from time to time as well.
Yep.
So this is part of our deal, and so. Oh, what was that, Thor?
Oh, I'll be back later in this season to hand out some Asgard shields and weapons.
Yeah.
So, I pay back
About
what I
time.
owe.
All debts are repaid. Are we talking about the Destroyer of Worlds again? No.
Yeah.
I mean, we saved your life. We got your consciousness back. I mean, what else? You know us big time.
And how's the new body going? This is the new body. Oh,
Same as the old body.
and
Because we're all clones.
yeah. I can't wait till they figure out that they still can't fix anything with that. But let's get into some of the things that we liked about this. And let's go with you, Skeeter, once more. What are some of your favorite parts of Unnatural Selection?
Yeah, you got the one I needed. So another great shot of two ships in space.
And this gives scale to the Prometheus to the Blister.
Because underneath Thor's ship there, the Blister, I think it's still the Blister.
Yep.
Or Blister 2.
Yeah.
You could see the ship's reflection of Prometheus on the bottom of the Blister. So that gives you a scale how big the Blister is compared to the Prometheus is. It's huge. So I did not realize that the first time I watched it, and then when I was doing my rewatches, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a reflection under the ship. So that means Prometheus is very tiny.
Yes.
Compared to that. It's like, wow. Then yeah, we, like you said last episode, previously, the Thor is still being voiced by Michael Shanks. Yeah, then we got Jonas. Something's wrong here, Jonas. Why are you not smiling? This is your first time meeting an Asgard. What happened?
Yeah, he's all like super like, what am
He's
I
like,
looking at kind of thing?
What is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of smiling like, oh my gosh, it's my first Asgard. It's like, what the hell's that?
Yeah.
It's I'm a little bit surprising. Like when people see me, I don't wear clothes, so they get a little bit unnerved sometimes because of my peak physique. So
yeah.
That explains all them nude colonies.
That new body look to you too.
Yeah, that shiny gray new body look.
Be proud, man. Be proud.
Yeah, we hear them talk about Reese again and her command.
That was a cool callback.
That was a great callback for that, and how they, like you said, set a trap for the replicators with the time dilation bubble. The look on the team's face as Thor tells them, just fly your ship into a heavily occupied replicator territory and fix our device, and just get out. Simple as that. You guys have it handled, no problem.
Yeah, it's called a hit and run.
Yeah.
Y'all can do that. You're from Earth. You play GTA. This is how it goes.
You guys are far too inferior for them to even bother with you. They'll be like, okay, pass.
We are being scanned.
Yeah.
Oh, and they are driving right by.
Right by. Yeah, that's nothing. Yeah. Pretty cool shot of Earth after you tow them back to Earth there, Thor.
Like that.
Like that. And there's no hyperdrive. Or, they didn't see that hyperdrive window. It just, there you are. Just like zipped right up to it.
My ship is capable of intergalactic travel, like between galaxies. So, a little hop of a few light years, no problem, man.
But not so good at appliance repair that you couldn't get the fridges running on the Prometheus. Like, what the hell, dude?
Oh, sorry. We don't have ice cream. We just have food cubes. Sorry.
You still teleported it on board.
Is the yellow one still your favorite? That's what I need to know. Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tastes like
I like
pineapple.
the red one. I like the red. Tastes like 9.
No. The blue one tastes like blue.
So then, yeah, the whole base going crazy after everything in the armory goes missing in a flash, as Siler explains to Hammond. Then Walter explains how the people are just beaming into the prison cell, and the cafeteria.
That was great.
He's like, what the heck? We just had 4 people show up in the prison cell, and yeah, now 2 more in the cafeteria. Then yeah, time to eat
The
ice
ice
cream.
cream scene.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
Teal'c, and the next, not Sharon. He's like, what are you doing? I got an answer. I know why
Jack
he
with the
wouldn't share.
fork, too.
Yeah, he has a fork.
Yeah.
Why do you
Yeah.
have a fork when everybody else is using a spoon to eat ice cream? And then later on, after Teal'c hands him ice cream, he's not eating it fast enough, so he swipes it with O'Neill again, so he gets a fresh new ice cream.
I thought he wanted to try the other flavor.
That too, but I think his was near empty because if you look at his spoon, it's down in there quite a ways.
Yeah.
Well, if you
ran out and swapped,
there is a consistency problem with that scene too, because when they set down their ice cream again,
Yep.
he went back to the chocolate.
Yeah.
And he was
Yeah, they
still
mixed it
eating
up.
from the one he just took from Jack, like literally a
Yep.
split second before that. It's like,
Mhm.
okay, come on with the consistency,
little
or they kept
continuity
screwing
error.
around with each other.
Yep. Little continuity error. I'll allow it. Yeah. And then the Prometheus flying down to the Asgard planet. I forgot to note which one it was. But it's their home planet.
I think it's Hala.
Hala. Yep, that's it. Hala. Plus, if you listen closely to that ship sound,
Yeah.
as Isaac mentioned earlier, do you guys know what that noise actually is?
It sounds like a distorted Sebulba's pod racer from episode 1 a little bit. It sounds
Sort
like
of,
reverb,
but you know what?
slowed down.
Part of that, no, actually, it's not. That is the engine on a diesel sub.
Really?
If you hear
Okay.
one underwater, that's the noise make. Just like the propeller going, that motor says, but the water distorts the sound, so you hear that weird.
That's
I had
cool.
that once in our clips. I think I took it out for background music.
Mm-hmm.
Because we tried to
That's
do that one episode, and you guys were like, "What the hell is that noise?" I'm like, "Okay, I'll stop doing
Yep.
that."
Yeah, that's got to be my favorite
I
sound
know.
of any ship in this show, to be honest. I love
So
it.
it's amazing if you look up how many movies and TV shows use a diesel engine off a sub for a sound effect.
Mm.
It's crazy amount. It's a lot because it is a sound you normally don't hear.
Yeah.
So,
Like you said, especially underwater, too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then let's see. Oop. Yeah, they fly into the planet, seeing it's all desolate. They talk about how the planet's been consumed, for almost 100 years, right? So, if they've fast forwarded in time 100 years, how the hell is there still spider webs in the stairwell? Come on.
Yeah.
Why would there be spider webs if everything got consumed?
They 3D printed it, dude. This happens sometimes when they 3D print and it gets all stringy like that.
They are a 3D printer. They don't do that. So, but yeah, seriously, hundreds of years later, there's still spider webs standing up in this. And plus, why would there be spider webs on another planet unless, well, not possible, but
I think
on the
cobwebs.
Asgard planet, you'd think they'd have been like, yeah, we moved all the spiders off our planet, so we wouldn't tell me about it. Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I
right.
support a total extinction of all spiders, so I have nothing against it.
But yeah, they could have got rid of every mosquito, every fly, every bug. Like, yeah, we can survive without them.
Yeah.
Then we see, that was another one of just how much the planet had my slides backwards. Yeah, then we meet Fifth, played by G. Patrick Curry. He's been on Valentine, Faces in the Crowd, Dark Water, Battlestar Galactica, Killer Bees, Jeremiah, Cabin by the Lake, and Millennium. He plays fifth in 3 more episodes. He'll be on season 8, episode 1 and 2, New Order, part 1 and 2.
Those are good episodes.
I know, I'm excited to get the 8. Season 8, episode 11, Gemini. He's also in more episodes of SG-1 because we know him as Chaka from season 4, episode 8. The first one, season 5, episode 7, Beast of Burden. And coming soon, season 7, episode 7, Enemy Mine.
Chaka.
And you mentioned Space Race earlier, Jeff.
Yep.
That's where you're at now?
Yep.
Guess what? He comes back for that. Season 7, episode 8, Space Race, as I think I'm pronouncing this right. Amon Finn.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that,
A-M-O-N Finn.
Yeah, is that Warwick's cousin or his brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The voice
So-
sounded a little different, but they might have did a modulation, or he could actually do a different pitch of his voice.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. We get him back in a lot, but not Atlantis or Universe.
Oh.
I have to say the style choice of whoever the fashion designer was, very futuristic, but also for, the replicators to, if they're going to have clothing, it may as well look unique,
And simple.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, very pragmatic. Yes.
Then, yeah, we meet first, played by Ian. Let me try it again. We meet first, played by Ian Buckingham. He's been in The Bold and the Beautiful, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, All My Children, Young and the
That's
Restless.
what I know him from, our daytime soaps from years
all
ago.
the daytime soaps my mom used to watch.
Yeah.
He was also in Panic Room, Twin Peaks, The Seventh Sign, which I remember my mother made me watch because he was on her soaps and she knew he was in it, so we had to watch that. I don't know why I always had to watch movies or other shows that had her soap opera people because I didn't care. Plus, he was in It's the Gary Shandling Show.
Yes.
So
I actually remember that.
me too. We also see, we also see Third in the background there, played by Tomo Pinkett.
Tomo Pinkett.
Yep.
Okay, what you said.
Battlestar Galactica guy. Is
I know him
how
from
I know
BSG.
him.
Yeah.
And Trick or Treat. That's a good horror movie.
Yep,
That
Trick or
stars
Treat,
the
starred
Sackhead kid.
Galactica, Dollhouse, Man of Steel, hashtag Van Life, Devil in Ohio.
Yep.
Deep Six. He was also in Deep Space, Altered Carbon, and Supernatural. He played Ezekiel for several episodes, and Continuum, just the name of very few of many shows he's in.
I think
Or
he
has
only,
been.
he only had like one line in this episode.
Yeah.
And that was at the
It's
supper
there
scene.
for others, but yeah.
Yep.
I know.
And then he never comes back again.
Yep. And we also meet Second, played by Christina Copeland. She's been in 88 Minutes, Savage Island, Andromeda, The Italians Are Coming, Alien Incursion, Catch Me If You Can, Death Game, and First to Die. She also played a waitress back in season 4, episode 3, Upgrades. She was the waitress at that steakhouse.
Oh, Hellahans.
Yeah.
Hellahans.
So, yeah, that was her.
Oh.
And then we meet Fourth, played by Rebecca Reichert.
Yep.
She's been in The Perfect Score, Firewall, Supernatural, Smallville, Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2, Cabin by the Lake, First Wave, and Da Vinci's City Hall.
And in an unaired episode, or multiple unaired episodes of a TV show called Freedom on UPN.
Mm-hmm. And there was like one other one that was unaired that she was in. I didn't write down though.
Yep. Probably level 9.
Yeah, that's what it was. As soon as you said it.
I'm a nut for old sci-fi. Sci-fi
Same.
before 2015. Ask me, I
Mhm.
probably know it and watched it.
Same.
Has there even been sci-fi after 2015? I don't know.
I don't remember any. Must be.
Get back to me in about 2 years when the next Stargate show drops.
It'll be Reborn.
Yep.
Yes.
Hopefully.
This one I'm calling. I'm guessing it hurts more than brain freeze.
Yeah.
Like a nail on the head.
Yeah. That still gets me every time I see it. It's so well done.
Yeah.
And I just don't know how they must have put their hand in it, curled, like that, curled their knuckles in while they did it.
It looks even better than if you saw the last Deadpool movie with the
yeah.
It looks even better than what that
Yep.
chick was doing. Like that was just
Mhm.
straight up CGI. This actually
Yeah.
looks real. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then let's see if you guys remember this.
Oh.
Way back, season 1, episode
Cold
7.
Lazarus.
Cold Lazarus. This scene's from that episode.
And
So
thankfully, the last time they bring this up.
This is it.
at least they didn't show the beautiful yellow sand. Yeah, then we see, there's no picture for it because it was just a long clip. Jonas and Jack walking around the ship showing how well the set designs are done, in full scale.
Oh, that was crazy, yeah.
They just kept going room to room to room to room to room to room, and then, oh yeah, we're back to the bridge.
That was a
on
long
the main
take.
deck. I was like,
Yeah.
dang, that shows you how many.
I think it's all a giant
sets.
circle or square, and it just they're able to keep floating
Mhm.
around and change things as
Which-
they move from one hallway to the next.
Yeah, but like we saw in Wormhole Extreme when they're in the set room, and yeah, I see you sure too.
Nice.
They go into the sound stage and they see all the sets being set up and how they have them like full scaled rooms.
Yep.
It's really intense, and compared to what today it's like. Oh yeah, you get this one scene in this one room and one scene in this room of this huge complex. You don't get the walkthrough. Yeah. And then finally, the newest one, Sixth, played by Shannon Powell. She's been in Blade Trinity, Life for Something Like It, Fringe, Supernatural, The Time Tunnel, Cold Squad, Da Vinci's Inquest, and a show called Neon Rider.
She looks familiar, but it
she's
has to
been
be
in a-
Supernatural.
Yeah, I think she was in 1 or 2 episodes of that. I remember seeing her in Blade Trinity. She's just a quick one scene you see her.
I try not to remember that movie.
Fringe, I remember her from. And yeah, that's all I had for pictures. But the very end, when they're all just slowed down to freeze time, that was awesome.
I got that
done.
picture.
Yep.
The replicators coming down on them. It's just like,
Yep.
and then seeing the betrayal, on his face.
Oh.
I felt so bad for him because he was very more humane than the other ones.
That was a harsh ending, man.
Yeah, that was cruel.
It's his villain arc now.
Mhm.
And I've seen season 8 already, so I know what's to come. And
Yeah.
not going to spoil it for other people, but yeah, that talk about a villain arc, the origin
Yeah.
story. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely origin right there. Give us 5 minutes. Okay.
But also, I mean, militarily speaking, she could be rationalizing it. They're not human. They are
Yeah.
objectively not human. They're
Mhm.
machines. So, I mean, morally speaking, is it a war crime? It's a machine. I don't think no.
Jack was
Mhm.
not wrong. What
Mhm.
would happen if we let them out into the universe and we didn't
Yep.
do what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're asking for a whole lot of trouble. He's not
Mhm.
wrong. Even he felt like it goes back to a callback to season 1. We've done some damn distasteful things
Yep.
Yeah.
in my time in the military. This is what we do, though. We have to do these things that we sometimes don't agree with, but overall, it's for the betterment of everything and everyone. So it's a tough call, and he shouldered it. So
Mhm.
props to him. Isaac, do you have any favorite moments or scenes, or what do you think about Prometheus and Unnatural Selection? Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, this is a packed episode. Definitely. From the psychological perspective too, like you said, it's like the blooming of a new race. You talk about it. Obviously, no souls, but it also makes you think: are they? Especially with Fifth, is he developing a consciousness beyond the other ones? Is he borderline human, becoming human? A
Getting
lot
that
of
humanity.
question, yeah, seeping through, and you can see it.
Mhm.
And props to the actor too. I forget his name, but he like really displayed the emotion on his face very clearly.
Yeah,
when
G.
he was
Patrick
in it.
Curry.
Yeah, he did a great job in this as Fifth. And yeah, a lot of great elements here. Like you said, the slow-mo shot with the replicators coming in, the CGI was just on point for that. Yeah, exactly right there. Yeah, I was very impressed with that. Trying to think. Yeah, just the moral questioning, the gray areas with stuff, the debating about all that. The opening scene, I have to say, I really enjoyed with the shootout. That wasn't really a shootout. It's like
Even the walls afterwards, all the holes.
yeah, all the holes in it. Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Loved all the hair fluffing up as everything's
Yeah.
exploding
Yeah.
behind him and around him.
I'll say the lead, number one, he carried it really well. He had that dominating presence where, especially when he was talking to Jack and they were debating essentially, like, you have no choice in the matter here. You're going to let us access your mind, and that's just the way it's going to be. Why do you think I let you stay alive this long, essentially? And yeah, a lot of good shots in this episode too. Just looking here, when he goes into his mind, the Stargate there. Just I was thinking too, that gentleman there, number one. I thought he could have. He looks James Bondish a little bit, slightly, in my opinion.
Soap
Obviously,
opera.
I don't think he's British or anything, but yeah,
Just a
he's got
soap opera actor. He's got that look.
exactly. Yeah, that distinguished that George Clooney, that kind of distinguished soap opera look. But and then I recognize him in the background from Battlestar Galactica. That caught my eye immediately. Which first great character in that show too, by the way. So, yeah, just a lot to break down. I do have a quote we'll mention later when we get to the quotes and stuff. Don't want to jump too far ahead. Oh, one thing with this episode. I'm not a big fan of time travel in general. That's something that ruined Avengers Endgame for me. And otherwise, okay, wrap up. Ruined, in my opinion, by time travel. Not getting into that now, but I love time dilation. And I think it was executed very well in this episode. And it's a great tactic. It really is a great tactic. You're not going to war. You're not wiping them out. You're just slowing them down a lot. And it's a pretty cool tool to use. I like it a lot. So
Gotta contain him somehow.
Yeah. And the way he described too how he deactivated it the first time, like what was it, like one atom small crack in the side of the machine?
A microscopic crack that my brethren couldn't fit into, but I could, because I am made out of microscopic nanites.
Which goes to show how they've evolved, and yeah, obviously that leads into later seasons too, but yeah, a lot to break down
that's
in
a
this
good
episode.
point.
Yeah. Oh,
but Thor was on it. Yeah.
We'll get to that in our in another segment too, because yeah.
But yeah, overall, really good episode, and the way it flows just from the past episode, just seamlessly. It's a great part 1, part 2, phenomenal. So it's a great part 2 here. But yeah, that's kind of all my takeaways from this episode. Really, really enjoyed it.
Right on. And Thor, how do you feel like the mission went? And was there anything that you liked about this one?
You know what? Watching it from space, I think everything went good because
sitting in the background.
Everything went all right in my book. The replicators were trapped in the time dilation field, and the humans got away. Hey, mission success. That other emotional stuff, I don't care about. No, just kidding. No, I really enjoyed First. I thought he was a great villain.
Yes.
And going forward, I would have preferred him to have been the replicator that got
I
away.
Kind of agree too.
Yeah.
But you know, Fifth had they took advantage of him, and he had revenge on his mind, and I think they kind of implied that he killed the rest of these guys.
Yes.
Out of anger because everything went wrong when they tried to stop him, and he realized like there's a reason why he's the only one left. Like he used his will, his humanity of anger to destroy the rest, because these guys don't feel anger, but he was able to. So he was able to be more powerful than them in the end, and he killed them all off, and then started making his own human form replicators that were loyal to him. That's in season 8, but yeah, the replicators, the human form replicators, they were awesome. It's the first time we're seeing them, and they're just creepy. Even the way they dress is creepy. It's so plain and drab, but somehow still, I don't know. Yes,
it's kind of brutalist. It's
yeah,
just very to the point.
Yeah, that's very accurate. Because the only they just paved the whole planet with replicators. The only building left standing is just like a trap to draw people in.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, anytime I can borrow stuff, like get guns from the SGC to enhance my collection, you know, always up for it.
That was fantastic.
I did not return the majority of those guns. I'll let you know right now.
I believe that.
They are hanging in my wall, especially the Spaz 12 and the
Sailor running down the list of some of the stuff.
I know.
It's like they took everything, sir.
P90s, the shotguns, the saws.
Yeah. I got them all. Now I just got to get the muscle mass to actually hold them.
Yeah. Start with the Beretta, work your way up. You know?
Yeah.
There you go.
And I really enjoy this episode. It's a great conclusion to where they left off on the first episode, Prometheus. No, all around, I think I do enjoy this one better than Prometheus, so I will be rating it a little bit higher. Not much, just a little. I do have a major problem with this one, but we'll get to it when we get to that segment.
Right on. Yeah, the things I like about it, casting's on point. Special effects are, I'd argue they're better in this episode than they were in the previous episode, especially with the Prometheus. So I'm feeling like, oh, they really ramped up. And this is where they set the stage for the replicators leveling up into next level enemies and threats to us. And while we are left with the implication that they're now trapped for a while, it's not for as long as you think it might be. It's basically just for season and a half. It's not like they waited until like season 9 with the Ori, which I would have had a problem with. Okay, too many overpowered villains is not okay. Can't keep doing that. So at least they saved it conservatively, and it worked out for season 8 and the comeback. And by the end of season 8, well, they deal with everybody. So the pacing's excellent on this one. I have literally, I don't think I have some nitpicks, but on an overall level, I feel like this is a better put together episode than Prometheus. And like this one is based on a teleplay by Brad Wright. It was written by Brad Wright and Robert Cooper, the other two big names running the show, and directed by Andy Makita. So everything looks good. The action's tight. The pacing is excellent. It doesn't feel like a 42, 44-minute episode. It feels like it's over in like 25 minutes, and a lot still happens, but it doesn't feel like you're missing anything. It doesn't feel, nothing's lame or lazy. Everybody's got a role. Even Jonas has a little bit to do. I kind of like him being the Kenny from South
Yep.
Park in this one, where he basically every time they wake up, he's like somewhere else, like in a background against the wall in a
Off the
corner,
side.
and it's like that is. I don't know if that was like a gag or what, but it was super funny that they kept finding him in a different spot.
I kind of wonder if that was a Corn deciding that.
Maybe.
Because remember he was saying he would tell him, hey, can I try this? Can I do this? And or sometimes he just added stuff to it, as you'll hear in our interview. He just kind of like brought stuff to the scene that wasn't actually scripted, but it didn't affect the scene either or the script. He just like brought stuff on, or he did things different than everybody
You
else.
mind if I do this over here?
Yeah.
Like I'm supposed to be knocked out. Can I sit over here? Because he is in this scene, but your keen eye has to go all the way to the right next to the bulkhead and the three yellow lines. He's that little shadow on the right. He's basically everybody's sitting in a chair and he's on the ground against a
Brought us
wall.
here to be more comfortable. Well, why is Corn? Why is Jonas on the floor?
He's the new guy.
Yeah.
So I really like this one a lot more than the part one, which I really enjoyed and I really liked. But my rating on this one is also going to be higher than the previous episode. So a lot of good stuff. Now we're gonna get into some lines, but this time we're gonna super quick. We're gonna go with Isaac just to make sure he can get his lines in.
I have one I wrote down. So it was in the beginning with Jack and Thor, and it was just quippy. It was a little quip. And Jack said, I was waiting for the other shoe to drop, and just Thor's response killed me. Thor said, hopefully that will be the last piece of footwear that falls. So of course taking everything absolutely literally, and no analogy there. I had to write that down because I laughed out loud when that happened. And I just love that. I love that line. That's my favorite line of the show. A lot of other really good lines I didn't write down, but especially from First, when he's being, domineering and really trying to get the message across. Like you guys have no choice here in the exchange between them, especially First and Jack had some really good conversation. But that between Jack and Thor there, that was my favorite of the episode. So
well, and I don't wear shoes, so
it's true. Yeah, you don't wear anything, to be honest. But I mean,
put some pants on for crying
we've
out loud.
evolved. Hey, we've evolved past clothing.
Where we're going, we don't need clothes.
Yeah. When you had spaceships as big as ours, you don't need clothes.
Oh, that's funny. All right, Thor. Unless you had another one, Isaac.
That's just all I have for now.
Nope, that's cool. Thor, you got some, and I'll actually play them correctly because they were a little out of order when I uploaded them.
No problem. I have a few. I really like this episode. So clip 1 is A Long Way From Home.
Yeah, well, we don't have any projectile weapons with us at the moment, and according to Carter, we're a long way from... home?
Clip 2 is I Hope You Did the Paperwork.
The contents of your armory at Stargate Command, along with appropriate attire, food, and other supplies you may require, are now being transported aboard this vessel.
I hope you did the paperwork.
Oh, wait a minute, we have a few passengers.
They are being transported to Stargate Command.
I haven't said yes yet.
But you are reconsidering.
Clip 3 is Siler.
You're certain the Stargate's been enacted?
Yes, sir.
What in God's name is happening?
Hello, sir. Siler.
And clip 4 is Fascinating.
So, Jonas, first time going up against a replicator, eh?
I think I have a pretty good idea what to expect, though. Teal told me all about him, and I read everything Dr. Jackson wrote. They're fascinating.
Fascinating.
Not the only Star Trek reference in this episode either.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because he wanted to name the ship the Enterprise.
Well, what else will we name it? The Prometheus? That's a Greek tragedy. Who wants that? All right, X303 it is.
And clip 5 is paved with replicators.
Our planet is paved with replicators.
We are aware of this.
Well, then you should also know that these things have taken millions of lives. And they'll keep on doing that unless we stop them.
He doesn't understand.
You know, he's standing right here.
We cannot allow you to stop them, I'm afraid.
Why not?
We are replicators.
Oh, it cuts off just before he starts shooting.
Because YouTube don't like that right now.
I know.
Yeah.
Everyone's
oh man, really? But
yes,
there's tons
even
of
over-
gun tubers still. Like, what's
on live streams. On live streams.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Even video game clips. Even video game clips.
Oh my word.
Yep, they're getting hit.
Yep.
Clip 6 is I'm thinking of an animal.
Here's one for you. I'm thinking of an animal.
I never expected that you would amuse me.
I never expected you to put your hand in my head.
That's a good one. I like that because somebody mentioned Bond villain. It's like totally.
I know, right? Like he has charisma, that dude. Like
Reminds me of Cliff as Ball. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
more of that, please.
I would have loved to have him come back, definitely.
Yeah.
And clip 7 is correct the error.
We attempted to correct the error in the creation of Fifth. But thus far, he has proven to be far too
Human.
weak.
Maybe Fifth represents what you're supposed to be.
And
This
that's
sly little
where
grin
it
is like,
begins. His infatuation with Carter.
Yep.
He
starts
replicates
right
her.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Downloads her memories and
Oh my god.
and that's what I had for clips.
All right, Skeeter.
Yeah, I kind of went a little overboard, but you guys covered a few of them already. So
If I got a clip of it, I'll play it after you say
yeah,
it.
sounds good. Jack says at the beginning, "This ship you need, this brand new ship." Thor says, "Yes." Jack says, "So new, it doesn't even have a name yet. It's not even finished."
Yeah.
Then Jack says, "Oh no, we played that part. I haven't said yes yet, but you consider it." Let's see. Jack, suffice to say, sir, you might want to get upstairs, punch 1 on the old speed dial. Hammond says, "My grandchildren?"
Yeah.
Jack says, 2 then. I think the president might want to know what the Asgard have in mind for a new ship. But
That
yeah,
was great.
We know number 1 on the speed dial is his grandkids. So.
That'd be great at trivia bit.
Mm-hmm. There is a trivia on that where it's 2, 3, and 4 on a speed dial, I believe. And I can't remember off the top of my head, but they do in several episodes. Either you see him push it or he says about it too. So
Okay.
but yeah, this is the first time he says his grandchildren on speed dial number 1. Sam says, we kind of covered this about the name of the ship, Prometheus, or instead of the Empire, or instead of Enterprise.
They
Yeah,
wouldn't go for it.
yeah, they would go for it.
I liked how
Yeah.
well, really quick. I did enjoy how Carter was like, we can't name it the Enterprise.
Yeah,
She had a weird inflection on it. I'm like,
yeah,
is that on purpose?
I'm kind of wondering that too, like if she had to say it that way or not. So, Jack says when he sees them eating all the ice cream, "You guys trying to make yourselves sick?" Jonas, "Well, Thor forgot to take the need for refrigeration into account, so we figured we'd start with the frozen stuff. It is still good. As he's like enjoying the ice cream. Jack says, I'll buy that.
It works for me.
Yeah, it works. Jack saying, what is it with you people? Time machines are nothing but trouble. Even we know that, as he kind of looks towards Teal'c.
What is with you people? Time machines are nothing but trouble. Even we know that.
Kind of glances over at Teal'c like, yeah, we've been through this.
A couple of times.
Yep, we did.
Or 100 times in Window of
yeah.
Opportunity.
The last foot to fall. Oh yeah. When they first get down to the time dilation machine and Fifth walks in, who are you? Jack says, Colonel Jack O'Neill, U.S. Air Force, Earth. He called nonchalant, like, yep, that's me.
It does say Colonel on his uniform.
Yeah. Right here. Then later on near the end, First says, our newest edition. Jack says, you're kind of going girl, boy, girl, boy. Like, you notice what you're doing here?
I see a theme.
Yep. Then finally, last one I got, Sam says, like nanites, sir. Jack, I hate those things.
And rightfully he should.
Good callback again.
So,
good detail work on some of the writing here. Between the two episodes, it's like, some great callbacks. Like, for people that pay attention to that sort of thing. It's a nice dash. And if you have it, it's like, whatever. You just go with it.
Yep. So I had to throw the nanites in there because I'm like, yeah, that's a good throwback.
That's a good throwback. And I got 2 clips.
I'm considering reconsidering.
That's going to be a new favorite line of mine.
I pulled that one. I figured somebody would have gotten it.
Yep. And then my last clip is what went wrong edited.
No, the point is, it didn't work.
What went wrong?
Which is going to be part of new video segment introduction clips that will be debuting sometime in the next couple weeks.
Nice.
I'm working on them. So, and that's what I got for some clips. So there's this episode has a whole lot of fun zingers, good dialogue, excellent writing. So something to take out of this from just about everybody. Really awesome. And then, unfortunately, based off of that last clip, we're also going to get into some of the things that we maybe did not like about this one. Skeeter, what do you got for anything you maybe didn't like?
I got really nothing. Nothing really. Tiny nitpicks, but it's like not even worth mentioning. For myself, I really enjoy this episode. It's really well written. I love between these two episodes how, like we we're just saying, all the callbacks to previous episodes. It's put together so well that it is like one of my favorite episodes of this season.
Right on. Isaac, you got anything for maybe anything you didn't like?
I have one nitpick, and it's the fact that first and fifth's roles were not reversed. And that, of course, leads into future seasons. But I really think first was the star of the replicators here. And I understand story-wise. Like, I'm not, it all works out in the end. But, fifth, just something, even later on, something about him bugs me a little bit. And I would have rather seen first stick around, for stuff. And other than that, pretty damn near close perfect episode. Highlight of the season for sure. So yeah, I look forward to getting into the rating. But other than that, I have no nitpicks outside of that. So
okay,
yeah.
Supreme Commander Thor.
My only big one is since they paved over everything with replicators, there's no plants or animals. There probably shouldn't be any oxygen left on that planet. and a couple hundred years have passed, so that means any oxygen that had been there would have been gone. I know, like, as soon as plants die, oxygen just doesn't disappear. It will. We have a few years of we're doomed, we're going to die. But here, like, what did they say? An hour is what, 100 days?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
So or
or a year.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look that up.
Oh my god, that's a line that I should have maybe written down or clipped.
I figured one of you guys.
Oh yeah,
so
1 hour is 4 days
Okay.
apparently. So that's what they have figured out here in the Stargate wiki. So maybe there would have been, like, depending on how many hours it had been, maybe there would still be some oxygen left, but it'd be
Plus
getting pretty
nothing
thin, I
freezing
think.
it.
Yeah.
So
But
it could
eventually it just burns away, though, I think.
It's either that or once they knew the ship was coming to land, they're like, oh, we got a ship carrying humans, possibly. Like when they scanned the ship earlier when they
Organic.
went down, maybe they sent a signal back and basically said humans are incoming, and they created an artificial atmosphere just for that area.
That could
Just
be
a thought.
Yeah. That's, like I said, I'm not going to take a whole lot of points off for that because Walter's here too. So, It's just one thing I thought. No plants usually means no oxygen.
I could see that. Yeah, I got like maybe 2 nitpicks. One is, why was teal'c wearing a knit cap for quite a while between the last episode and this one? Did Christopher Judge not want to wear the symbol, or were they having a problem having that applied? I'm kind of curious about that. It kind of was not really a flaw. It doesn't bother me. It's just something I noticed, and it was kind of like, why is he still wearing that? But once they start doing the hands and the head thing, the hat's gone and everything's fine. But otherwise, my other nitpick is what happened to the replicator spaceship. It just vanished after they scanned them. It didn't go back down to the planet. It's still kind of out there. Are we having a little plot hole here with that? Because they can't be trapped in there if that ship left, because it kept going right by them.
Yeah. Unless it's going around the planet.
Yeah, if it's orbiting the planet, I think it's still trapped because the time dilation field's pretty big. It envelops the whole planet. So,
well, then how was the ship able to escape that on the way up? Because it did kick in effect.
That is
writer's
kind of a problem too. Like, there's no way the 3 minutes to get to the ship and take off.
That's what I was going to end my nitpicks with. Was like, okay, so guys, about that 3 minutes to the ship thing.
It sure didn't look fast when they were taking off. Like, it looked pretty slow. They maybe could have sped that up to make it, because they said how fast the ship could go at some light.
110,000 miles per hour
per second.
Or per second,
yeah. So, like, they could technically take off in like less than, but they didn't do that. They didn't show that. So
I almost would have done that, maybe like those real time kind of shows like 24 or Nick of Time or anything like that, where you actually spend like the last 3 minutes in a legit 3 minute. Okay, what can happen here?
It's
okay,
true.
we're gonna go, and then you spend the next 2 minutes with first and fifth arguing about what to do, what's going on, and them actually nearly coming to blows before fifth realizes, oh damn, we've been screwed. I've been screwed. I screwed everything up. So you could have had a little bit more with the first there with Ian Buchanan's. But a little bit of a cinematic adjustment and television timing. That's how it went.
Yeah.
But that's all I got for kind of nitpicks. Nothing's gonna kill the episode. It's just okay. Nick Cap 3 minutes, and what happened to the other ship? And how did we escape without getting stuck? Okay.
Mhm.
Because I've seen other shows that do that kind of like, hey, we got to escape before the time thing starts or whatever else is happening. Oh, we got to escape the black hole in X amount of time. Okay, suspension of disbelief. None of this is actually possible right now anyway. So,
Well,
just
maybe
gotta go.
Thor had the tow rope still on him and just
Yeah.
yanked them out
Could have
Well-
tractor beamed their asses right off that planet.
like he did when they brought him all the way back to Earth real quick.
Yeah.
Well, and who would think that a Wraith ship could take out an Ori mothership later on through a Supergate? So, crazier things do happen, everybody. Crazier things do happen. But let's get into some scores here. I'm going to go ahead and lock this in at a 7 chevrons. We're dialing out. We're going to a new planet. This is top notch for me. I'm on a 10-point scale. This is a 10 for me. I have no real problems with this. I think this is a great part 2 to a part 1 that was really good, but I think this ended up being better, and it kind of kicks off some things that carry forward and nice callbacks. So that's 7 chevrons out of me. Skeeter.
Yeah, same. The story is well written. Effects are done great. We meet the new and improved replicators that are in human form now after they find Reese. Yeah, callbacks. Everything was so perfectly done in this episode. I have to go with a 7 out of 7 chevrons too.
Okay, right on. Isaac, how about you?
Yeah, so I was going into it with a 10 out of 10 rating, which, 7 out of 7, because this is my favorite episode of season 6. So out of, what is actually a solid season overall,
Yes.
definitely I would say it's the best episode personally for the season. So it gets a 10 out of 10. It deserves it. Wonderful performances from all the actors in this episode. They all did their role very well. Like you said too, it was very well shot. Just everything. Top-notch episode. So yeah, 7 out of 7 chevrons for me.
Right on. And somebody did mention earlier that season 6 is an underrated season. It actually really is. A lot of people
is.
gloss over it because the change from Daniel to Jonas, but it just because it just has a different feel to it because Daniel's not really around. But we end up getting back to that in season 7. But I have no problem with a different sort of feel for the show for a season.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think Jonas would have been a good recurring character or just moved over to Atlantis. But we'll get into that another time. Supreme Commander Thor, what do you have for a score?
It's darn near perfect. It is dialing the 7 chevron, not quite locked in, but very close. It's almost locking. Just a few nitpicks that I have, but like I said, this episode's great. I never skip it. It has like the moral. Did we do the right thing at the end? We took advantage of him, but at the same time, we've hopefully stopped them. Later on, we find out it's not actually for that long, but hey, and in his in first or fifth rage, he kills probably the more dangerous one, which was first. So it's like the guy who would have been more cold and calculating, he would have been more patient. He took him out. I think he prematurely attacks the Asgard in season 8. He probably should have waited, but he was mad and lashed out. So yeah, 6.75 definitely.
All right. And let's see. Fan rating on Gate World's an 8.18. So not shabby. You're instilling my faith back in you fandom for this one. And Darren gave it 3 out of 4 stars, so 75% is not bad. That's acceptable. We're not always going to agree, and but otherwise, this looks like everybody enjoyed this one across the board. So that is absolutely excellent to see that. And let's see, was there anything else on our sides? I don't think so. Oh, this was fun with
Yeah.
I'm getting blisters on
Training
my hands.
But
And
you want to make sure you can do it quick. So
Jack's like, again. I wonder how long he was actually doing it. Like, not actually doing it for the shot or anything, but like, so
what they would have been.
in episode canon, has he been doing this for like the last hour? That would have been funny. So that's gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I just found out I could get a full moon clip for a P90 now.
I saw it on. I saw it. It's a drum. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a drum mag for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What is that, like 150 or something? Like 150 of them? Or...
Yeah, like let's spend $150 in less than a minute. That's like
more than that.
Because
burn a couple $100 bills. Yeah.
Don't matter. It's fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I know it's fun, but it's like, holy cow, that's
even better suppressed too. So
yeah.
And I mean, it's like, here's my 22 holder.
Nice.
It goes into a soup can, so I can hide them. And
just like a honeycomb. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 5.7 would be that. It's a little longer, but not terribly much bigger.
22, and I got 9mm.
That's so cool.
Yep. 3D printing, so great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got to print up my 308 holders for in my pocket.
Well, my dad would want that.
Yeah. I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just holds your bullets, so when you get them in your pocket, they're not rattling and they're sealed up, so don't have to worry about them getting dirty, wet, or anything like that.
That's cool.
I know enough of like what my dad has, so when I hear it, it's like, oh, the 9mm, the 22. I have a 22 at my dad's house rifle, but and a pistol, pretty sure of that. And then I know he's got a 308, so yeah.
I mean,
that'd be rad.
I used to have all that, but that boating accident on the kayak.
Yeah.
God,
dude, I lost everything. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, ABF doesn't have anything left either. Everything's all a virtual background now.
Green screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. A lot of money gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be a member on over there. Be a member over at Isaac's. Isaac, before we head on out of here, can you let everybody know where to find you and what you got coming up next?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm on YouTube and X, same username everywhere. On my channel every Monday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, the Golden Age podcast. We're approaching political stuff, current events, culture war stuff from a slightly satirical standpoint. A lot of memes, a lot of laughing, and we try to have a good time. And then Tuesday, I'll be on Nerd Wars for Politics. So, but yeah, I'm only 3 away from 550 on YouTube right now. So if we got a few people over there, I'd truly appreciate it. So, yeah, and as always, it's really great to be on here talking documentary with you guys. So really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, we'll be back in touch. We'll get you back on again.
Definitely.
And Supreme Commander Thor.
You can find me over on my X/Twitter account. Every Stargate frame in order. We are working our way through spirits. We are just past 250 frames in. So I'll have to start picking frames again for the next 500. And my buddy John is over on every Stargate Atlantis frame in order. He's working on the Eye, the second part of a 2-part episode. And I am here every Thursday night on the Stargate Files. Come join us.
Yes, please do. Skeeter.
Yeah, you can find me here on the Sons and Shadows Network, Thursday nights for the Stargate Files, Saturday for Deadwire Live, where we talk everything pop culture, and more. Depends on what mood we're in. Then Facebook, Instagram, and Threads is the Stargate Files. On X, you can find me under Skeeter, the Stargate Files.
Awesome. And I am, of course, Jeff from the Sons and Shadows channel. Thank you for tuning in to the Stargate Files. We got a fun time on over here. We are always doing a live stream every Saturday night with some horror, science fiction, pop culture, a little bit of fun, a little bit of crazy. This last weekend, we went We went a bit crazy, especially with the Harry Potter stuff going on.
Snape, huh? Yeah.
Oh, we played Barry Chan's video.
Oh man,
that was
good.
That was a wild time, man.
Harry Chan's the GOAT. Yeah.
Yep, Perry Chan, special shout out. Gary, we're still going to finish Stargate before you do, so
yes,
get your ass on that. But that said, we also do Tuesday night is movie night for us, 0 Point Reviews. So if you want to check out some fun movies, usually it's horror, science fiction, but for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing Major League and Major League 2. So we're going to do some sports comedy just for a little tick, and then we're going to get right back on into some Toxic Avenger stuff. So if you're into that sort of thing, come on over. Otherwise, stay tuned for more Stargate Files. Next week, we have Nerd Slap joining us.
Awesome.
And let's see. That means
swing by our store, buy some merch.
Yeah.
Get some good stuff on there.
So what is next week? Next week is Sight Unseen and Smoke and Mirrors.
Yep.
So that'll be an interesting time. So thank you everybody so much for tuning in. We're glad to have you with us. You all have a good night, and we'll see you all on the next one.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Stop by anytime. In fact, I'll take you fishing. I'd love to do that. There's this lake in northern Minnesota where the bass grow that big. Well,
Don't call us. We'll call you.
We better get out of here. No, really? No, really.
You will go. Right. You'll go.
Think it gets showtime?